everyone, so welcome to handwriting this week, and lots of you are cracking that pattern of the robot letters. You've started to see that R has turned into the N, and we're just going to advance that today with today's letter. So let me introduce you to the next letter, and we are looking at the letter M. Makes the sound, and you can see that it's still a robot letter. There you go. It's the robot pattern. Does it reach the sky? No, it doesn't go up, and it does not touch that top line. So for those really challenging themselves, those that have got the pattern, you don't want to be going all the way to the top of your line. Does it go underground? No, it doesn't. It sits on the line, and that's something we've been really working on in class this week, making it sit on the line. So when you reach that line, you stop. You don't go any further. So let's see if you can see. We've got the robot letter. Now, if I was doing the R, we would start on the line, swoosh up, down, back up and over. Now, if we were doing the R, you can see how that looks just like the R. With the N, we would carry on and we would come back to that line and stop. However, with the M, we then go back up over that line, back up over and over again, down to that line, and then just a little flick. So you can see how the letters advance, okay? Now, first thing in the morning, I hope you've done, first of all, your finger warm-up video. Go in and watch that one. And this time we're going to use our magic arms. I'm just going to go back a little bit on my chair. So you're going to get your magic fingers out, and you're going to start on the line. You're going to swoosh it up, head to toe, back up, over we go. Down to the line, back up, and you're going to go straight back up that line, over we go again, touch the line and flick. So looking at the M on the screen, get your hands out, give yourself some swishes, practice those M's. You can do great big ones, you can do small ones, and have lots of practice of that pattern before you even pick an M up. So you should be able to. And another way, if you've got a brother or a sister at home, or mum, or anybody at home, you can practice doing this on the back of someone so they can feel the patterns and see if they can guess what letters you're doing. So start on the line, swoosh up to his head, down to his toe, over, straight down to the line, back up that line, over, down to the line and flick. So have that warm up, give yourself lots of practice. Now, when they come to writing this later on in the week, what lots of you will find is they will do this. They will go head to toe, back up, over we go, and then they'll do this. Okay, this is a common mistake when they're making the M. So reminding them that with this line, you go straight back up and you go over the top. So let's just clear that and I'll show you again. So when they're doing that, remind them head, or swoosh up, sorry, head to toe, back up, over we go, down, stop at that line, and then we go straight up. We don't take our pen off and we do not make another line. So you go straight up that one. When you get to the top again, over and flick. Okay, and you may find that they do lots where they've got a great big one and then maybe a little one. That's fine at the moment, as long as they're going straight back up and they're not putting that gap in, and then eventually start to work on them creating equal sized two lumps, I suppose, two hills. So head to toe, back up, over we go, down to touch the line, back up the straight same line, over again, down and flick. Okay, those of you that want a bit more of a challenge, those of you that want a little bit more of a challenge, let me just go in and find. Bear with me a moment. we're going to go into writing repeater. Okay, I'm going to go in. Sorry, not great on the old technology. Okay, so we've got the writing repeater here, so I'm just going to talk you through. So swoosh up to his head, down to his toe, back up, over we go, down and touch that line and really focus on them. Sorry, I've just changed the speed. Really focus on them stopping at that line. So it's a really good idea to make them practice on lines when they come to writing it. All the time they're doing it in the icing sugar and out with chalks and things like that. That's absolutely fine to get the pattern. When it comes to doing it on paper, make them do it on the lines. So they've got a guide. It really helps them with that guide. So head down to toe, back up, over you go. Down to the line, stop, back up the same line, over again, down to the line and flick. Now, at the end of the week, if lots of you have got that pattern or you really want an extra challenge, it's about then putting it into a word. So challenging yourselves that little bit further. And because it's handwriting, we've used letters that we have already learned to do cursive. So whenever they're writing certain letters, they should always be cursive. So we've got, well, let's see, watch the pattern coming, and then you can see if you can read that word. Okay, they don't necessarily have to be real words. It's just when they're practicing and they think you've got it, putting it into a word is even more of a challenge. So we had it, mit. So you could do mit. What other words have we? We've also got mill. We have, I'm trying to think myself now. Ladder letters. That's an interesting one. So the ladder letters are L. I've forgotten them. I'm in the room and I can't see them as well, not in my classroom. So, but looking at the letters that we have worked on, that is on the plan, which letters they have worked on. So practicing those, making up silly words, and just making sure that every time they're writing now, those letters are in cursive in their writing, because they know they can do it. If they're writing and it's a real challenge, get them to do the writing, however, and then focus them in afterwards and say, oh, look at this one. We could have done that with cursive. Let's try that word again. And then just focus on the word rather than the full sentence. Okay. And that could be something, if they've done some great work and you don't want to dishearten them, save it for the following day and say, well, now we're going to improve your work by adding in the cursive. Eventually it will start to become more natural. But well done. They're doing really well, everybody. And I know cursive's not easy, especially if you're teaching it at home and it's not how you write. So well done to everybody who is teaching cursive, as well as everybody at home who is practicing their cursive. Okay, good luck, guys, and show us your work on tapestry. Well done.